Hey there, welcome back to the Live Well Zone. I am your host, Jermaine, and today's topic is about essential oils. Now, this is a topic that often comes with lots of myths and misconceptions. In fact, the reason why I am doing this episode is because many years ago, and I think it was during the pandemic lockdown, someone left me a very angry comment about one of my blog posts. So this was a blog post where I talked about natural remedies for PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome. And in that article, I talked about using essential oils. Now, apparently that concept did not sit well with the person reading the article. So they proceeded to leave me a comment saying that there is nothing that can be done about PCOS. It is genetic. The idea of using essential oils is ridiculous, and so on and so forth. They used more colorful language. But the thing that really caught my attention is that this person referred to essential oils as fragrance oils. Now, here's the thing. Essential oils are definitely fragrant, but they are not simply fragrance. And if we make the mistake of assuming that essential oils are just perfume, then what can end up happening is that, for one, we miss out on a potent natural remedy, and we also run the risk of misusing the oil and creating a whole bunch of serious side effects. So I thought it would be a good idea to talk about what essential oils can actually do for you when it comes to your hormones, as well as what they absolutely cannot do for you. So let's dive right in. First things first, I already said it and I'll say it again. Please know that essential oils are not fragrance oils. Essential oils contain the volatile compounds from plants, and many of these compounds have medicinal properties. So think about it like this. When you make a cup of peppermint tea or chamomile tea, you are drinking essential oils in that tea. They contribute to the medicinal benefits of the plant. What's different is that the amount that you get from a tea is very, very small compared to the amount that you get from an essential oil, because a bottle of essential oil is just a concentrate of essential oil and nothing else. So that's where the difference occurs. Okay. And this is also why you always have to dilute essential oils before you apply them onto your skin. It's also the reason why you have to be careful about ingesting essential oils. It's not to say that you can never ingest them, because in fact, a lot of essential oils are approved for use in food by the FDA. They are under the GRAS list, which stands for generally regarded as safe, if I'm not mistaken. I have used some essential oils when making some treats in my own kitchen. So I can attest to the fact that if you know what you're doing, you can use them. But you've got to know which ones you can use in the right amounts and what to dilute them with. And I just used them just for flavor, not because I was looking for medicinal benefits. I just wanted a specific type of flavor, and I would throw it in there. So just to say that as a side note, that is something that can be done. But at the end of the day, whether you're using, especially when using internally, you do want to make sure that you're working with a professional to guide you in terms of which oils are actually safe to use internally and how much, okay? Because it's not a joke if you get things wrong with essential oils. You will find yourself at the hospital, you will find yourself with burns and all kinds of crazy things happening. Now, secondly, essential oils can alleviate some hormonal imbalance symptoms. In the same way that you can apply, let's say, a pain relieving cream on your skin and get relief from pain in your muscles or in your joints, you can also apply properly diluted essential oils on your body and get relief from symptoms like menstrual pain, heavy bleeding, or hot flashes. Now, let's dive into this a little bit more and see what else is out there that essential oils can be helpful for, and some of the research around it. So there is some research, for example, indicating that cinnamon oil may be helpful with heavy periods and cramps. There's also research indicating that rose oil may play a role in supporting the uterus and helping to regulate the menstrual cycle. There's also another study that I had come across showing that a combination of cinnamon, rose, clove, and lavender oils is beneficial for reducing menstrual cramps. And then there's peppermint oil, which is also known for reducing symptoms like hot flashes. And that benefit is most likely due to the menthol content of peppermint. Menthol is one of the volatile compounds in mint. And if you've ever used any kind of mint containing product or anything that had menthol as the ingredient, then you know that once you put it on your skin, it has a very cooling effect. So that cooling effect is what makes peppermint oil, as well as even like peppermint tea, one of the natural remedies for symptoms like hot flashes, okay? So overall, essential oils really can be a great way to support your body holistically and to get symptom relief. Now, having said all that, there is one thing that essential oils definitely cannot do for you. They cannot give you vitamins or minerals. So if you're looking, let's say, for vitamin C and you're reaching for lemon essential oil, you're not going to find your vitamin C there, because remember, essential oils contain the volatile compounds that are in a plant. There's no vitamin C or magnesium or any other type of nutrient. And in fact, the fact that there are no what we call nutrients. So again, the volatile compounds have their medicinal benefits, but what we typically think of as nutrients, the fact that essential oils do not have nutrients is probably, my guess, is probably one of the reasons why ultimately they really only work best for temporary relief, and they don't necessarily get to the root cause. So they're great in your overall self-care kit, but they may not be enough for everybody to really get down to the root cause of things. And this brings me now to the final point, which is, do you really need essential oils in order to balance your hormones? Now, the short answer is no. Essential oils are not a must-have. And I say they're not a must-have in the sense that, like food, like good food is a must-have. Essential oils are not a must-have. That said, there is absolutely no shame in using essential oils when you need relief from, let's say, intense cramping or hot flashes, or even if you're feeling out of sorts and you just want something to help boost your mood. Nothing wrong with using them. They are there as a support. They are there to buy you time while you work on making long-term dietary and lifestyle changes and any other changes that you may need to make to get to the root cause of your symptoms. So simply, if you personally feel drawn to essential oils, then go ahead and give them a try. Add them to your natural care kit and just remember to use them safely. So if you do want to dive deeper into essential oils, I have some articles on my blog to help you as far as oils to try, how to properly dilute them, and so on and so forth. So I will include links to those articles in the show notes. Now, before I wrap up, I want to take a few minutes just to share some of my favorite essential oils that can help you with some common symptoms, starting off with supporting your sleep. No surprise here, the go-to oil is typically lavender oil, but you could also try chamomile essential oil and sandalwood oil. If you are looking for something to support you when it comes to, let's say, focus and concentration, then peppermint, rosemary, and eucalyptus are oils to look into. When it comes to relieving menstrual cramps, so as I already mentioned, cinnamon, rose, clove, and lavender have all been shown to be helpful. Clary sage is also another one that's typically used for menstrual cramps. Now, in the case of menstrual cramps, you will be applying the oils topically. So once again here, it's important to make sure that you are diluting the oil properly. Also, make sure that you understand the maximum amount that you can use for each oil, because cinnamon oil, for example, comes in two forms. There is cinnamon leaf and cinnamon bark. You do not want to mess around with cinnamon bark oil. That is a very strong oil. used incorrectly, really can cause some damage to your skin. Clove oil is another strong one that, similar to cinnamon, you cannot use a lot of it topically. So if you are planning on just buying these oils yourself and mixing them, make sure that you have 100% done all your studying up, done all the math on how much you can use of each. Otherwise, because you have to be responsible for yourself in that regard. So make sure you do your research properly. Now, for heavy periods, clary sage is one oil that can be helpful. There's also cypress essential oil and cinnamon essential oil. For relieving or reducing stress and tension, lavender is also, again, a go-to there. So is clary sage. And then when it comes to, let's say, boosting energy, citrus oils typically can be helpful. So lemon or orange, grapefruit, bergamot, those are all citrus oils that can be helpful here. Now, having said all that, you still want to make sure that at the end of the day, you are still taking into account your personal scent preference, because the fact of the matter is, if a particular oil just doesn't smell good to you, doesn't matter how much people say it's good for stress relief. If you don't like how it smells, it's not going to reduce your stress, right? Because every cell in your body is just not reacting to it in a relaxing way. So at the end of the day, go with the ones also that really suit you personally, where when you do smell it, something changes, right? For the better. That's already a good place to start. Now, that's it for our exploration of what essential oils can and cannot do for you. Now, I would definitely love to hear from you about your own experiences with these oils. Is there a particular oil that you have found to be beneficial for you? If so, feel free to share it in the comments, because that can be very helpful for anybody else who comes across this content. And also, if you do have any questions related to essential oils, feel free to drop them in the comments and I'll get back to you as quickly as I can. And I want to thank you so much for tuning in and for listening all the way. And if you found this episode helpful, please give it a like, and also don't hesitate to share it with your inner circle or with your outer circle, however you choose to share. So thanks again for tuning in, and I will talk to you in the next episode. Bye.